Now, a mystery drug that has turned up at Caymanas Park is reportedly the reason for the high number of adverse analytical findings among the horse population in recent times. As we'll hear in this report from Denise Walters, the controversial banned drug has prompted the government to step in, pledging to help protect the integrity of the sport.
Late last year, 13 horses returned adverse findings in their A samples, according to the Jamaica Racing Commission. TVJ Sports understands that that number has climbed drastically by an estimated 700%, with the main recurring drug being the painkiller ketorolac. The kicker? It's not prescribed for horses.
So we are more than concerned because our research indicates that it is not even as effective as the ones that are marketed and produced for horses. So we have some research to do, and we are awaiting the further testing to ensure that we confirm what we found in the A samples, and then the normal procedures will apply.
There are several side effects of ketorolac. It can cause ulcers, bleeding, holes in the stomach or intestines. It can also lead to death. It has been banned in Europe and several other countries. Now, could it be possible that there is contamination occurring?
We have no evidence of the source of this drug, and I want to be clear about that. We're not sure where it's coming from. We're not sure who, if anybody, is administering it. We're not sure if it's environmental, but what we do know is that this is not a naturally occurring substance. So somehow horses are coming into contact with this through humans.
Senior JRC veterinarian Dr. Sophia Ramlal adds that it's highly unlikely that the Class 3 substance on the banned list for horses is being used as a masking agent. Also being brought into question is the allegation that some trainers are administering shots to horses they are in charge of at any given time.
Trainers are allowed to do what is within the law, administer to the horses within the law, because they can administer painkillers and what have you within a certain number of days before the race.
A lack of funding or late funding is being blamed for the JRC being unable to get the returns from the lab at the University of the West Indies. What would having more resources mean for the JRC?
And what it means is that we can have cutting-edge testing equipment. The machines we use, they're all dated after 5-6 years. You want to renew them. You also want to expand the testing. In other words, testing for anabolic steroids, testing for copper, those kinds of things that not the routine run-of-the-mill testing. We would also like to go to out-of-competition testing. In other words, all our testing now is on race days, but internationally it is becoming best practice to test out of competition.
As it is now, we test the winner and there is an optional test. So we test 2 per race day. In the classic races, we test about 4 horses. I would like to see us increasing the numbers. In cases where we see many odds-on horses coming off the board, I would like those to be tested as mandatory.
Minister of Finance Dr. Nigel Clark says while there isn't a fixed date yet on turning over the funding, there's policy paper intent to give the JRC more resources to tackle the problem.
For horse racing to be at a high international level, people have to have every degree of confidence in the results, in the integrity of the results, that anybody who wants to cheat, they're going to be caught.
Denise Walters for TVJ Sports.